Hello, welcome to another Genshin Impact video. I'm Alkim. I'm gonna present you a basically Ganyu preview of skill. So let's get started. Alright, right now we have the attacks. As you see, the normal attacks perform up to 6 consecutive shots with a bow, and the shots that perform a more precise aim shot with increased damage while aiming. An icy arrow will form on the arrowhead before the arrow is fired. So this basically say that when you charge his attack, you're gonna increase like a second attack that is called the frost flake. That's basically gonna do like a second damage. So basically it's gonna be a really high multiplier like the riptide effect of Totalia. It's gonna be very similar, like an extra effect, extra damage. Like you see, the frostblade arrow damage is in level 10. Well, that's the frostblade arrow bloom damage. It's a 391%, 68%. So it's 391%. That's basically the damage. The frostflake arrow blooms damage is a really high multiplier in combine. Like I say, it's a kind of riptide effect. Is a really high multiplier, and the majority of her damage when normal attacks is always gonna come from her charge shot, and because it have a special effect, special damage, a damage that you can reach a really high constellation. It can reach 516, so at level 15, those talents, so it can be really good, and the majority of her damage is gonna come from this. So next, moving on from the elemental skill, Trial of the Queenling. Leaving behind a single Ice Lotus, Ganyu dashes backwards, dealing AoE cry damage and shunning all impurity. The Ice Lotus continues down surrounding enemies, disrupting them. So yeah, this is basically what it does. They distract basically the enemies, similar to Amber's plushie, but this one, obviously do cryo damage, and it's more effective. It's much better than Amber, because the Amber ones is the enemies can push the plushie, and this one enemies can't push it. So it have a multiplier of 224 like skill damage, and also have a duration of 6 seconds and a cooldown of 10 seconds. We really have a really nice multiplier, 224 at level 9. It's gonna be maybe a 224, 250 at level 10. So it have a really decent multiplier, but you basically gonna use this to distress enemies. It also scale with Ganyu max HP. So like I said, it's very similar to Amber's plushie. And in level 15 it reached 313%, and like you see, I think that this kind of do a double damage, because you see do true multipliers, so it kind of do like a double explosion. So it's much better than Amber's plushie, much better. Like, I really like this skill. And her elemental bird, it's called the Celestial Shower. Ganyu coalesces atmospheric frost and snow to summon a sacred cryo pearl. Will activate the sacred cryo pearl with continuous rain down shards of ice, striking opponents and doing AoE cryo damage. So don't be fooled. This skill is really good, much better than Amber's skill, because I have an increased area, and also the good thing of this is that I have a really duration of 15 seconds, a cooldown of 20, and energy cost of 60. So if you have a bow with energy recharge, or stringless or whatever, this skill is gonna be really good. You can also make it a build to spam this skill. You have a multiplier of 112% for 4 and a level 8, and you have a really good multiplier, because remember that this skill is gonna do continuous damage. So it's like at level 10 it's gonna be 226% continuous. So at level 15 is gonna be higher, obviously, but that's about constellation. But at level 10, this skill is gonna really have a really good multiplier, because if 15 seconds of damage, if I'm not mistaken, it's 50 seconds of damage, and have a really good multiplier, really good skill. So now moving on from passive talents, refund 15 of ore uses when crafting both types. That's good. After fighting a frostbite arrow, crit rate is subsequent frost arrow enter resulting in a bloom effect increased by 24% for 5 seconds. This skill is really good, and Celestial Shower grants 20% cryo damage bonus to active party members in the way. So this is basically why many people say that he is support, and yeah, Ganyu is basically a support, but he can do a little bit of DPS, unless you have C6, that's basically, you can use it as DPS. So about constellations, I think the first one that reduce basically cryo resistance by 50% for 6 seconds is actually really good. The other one, the auspicious, that give you extra additional charge of trail of killing. That's really good. The third and the fourth constellation basically increase the power of Celestial Shower. The fourth one just also do like a lingering effect. So this is quite really good constellation, but I think the first and the second one are really good. So I think the second one is really nice, and the last one is the Clement. Using Trial of Killing because the next Frostblade arrow shot with 30 seconds should not require charging. So this is why she's different from Amber, because she can become a DPS, but yeah, it's a 6/6. Basically, she can, let's say, become a minor DPS, a primary DPS. So, but she's much better than Amber. Besides, she's have more utility, I would say. And her essential materials are basically this one. You're gonna need a lot of weapon flowers, so be prepared, to farm those, kill those flowers. Also, hey, essential materials are those wasn't the talents. These are ones essentials. She's gonna use kitchen, so yeah, you're gonna need a lot of this. But the good thing is that you can buy this from the pharmacy, at least the kitchen, and more shimmering nectar. And like you see, this is one I explained that she's different from Amber. This is a image of her elemental burst. As you see, have a increased area effect, so it's much better than Amber's. I think her elemental skill is better than Amber. Her elemental burst is better than Amber's, so she's better than Amber in any ways for me. And she's a much better support also, so she's quite good. And I think that this is basically the preview of her skills. I'm willing to pull for her, so I wish I got her. So if you're gonna pull, I wish you luck, and see you, in the next video.